I therefore call on Members' Order of the Day number 2.
Military Manoeuvres Act Repeal Bill, second reading.
Mr. Speaker.
I call the Honourable Member Kamaljeet Singh Bakshi.
Mr. Speaker, Sat Sri Akal. I move that the Military Manoeuvres Act Repeal Bill be read now second time. Mr. Speaker, I would like to start my contribution on the second reading of Military Manoeuvres Repeal Bill by giving tribute to those New Zealanders who have laid down their lives in lands far away from their homeland. Our forces are working hard to bring peace and reaffirming our commitment to create a world free from the fear of world war and terrorism. Mr. Speaker, my bill repeals the Military Manoeuvres Act 1915, an act which has not been used in many years and has clogged the statutory books for too long. As I told the House in my first reading speech that 1915 Act was enacted in the second year of the First World War and provided that the Governor-General may be by proclamation declare that any land for a period specified be made available for military maneuvers. After the maneuvers are completed, the officer commanding the forces engaged in them must, as far as possible, restore the land to its former condition. To the best of my knowledge, New Zealand Defence Forces, the Act has not been used for the last 30 years, largely as it was enacted specifically to deal with extraordinary circumstances of mobilization of the First World War. I want to mention at this time that we are coming to the 100th anniversary of being of World War I. 2015 will mark the anniversary of the bill, but more importantly, battles such as Pasachli Natli, it will be great to have reminder of the war of the statute books by that time. I thank the Select Committee chaired by my colleague John Hayes for its careful consideration of my bill and minor changes it has recommended. I think my bill is model for good legislation. It is short, to the point, and has a clear purpose. No member of the public reading my bill could fail to understand what it does. It is all very well for Labour members to stand and criticize my bill, as they did in its first reading. They are incapable of engaging constructively. When the party was in the government, they did not remove one piece of useless legislation from the statute books. They only added to the piles of useless legislations which their social engineering and incomprehensible regulatory regime. Mr. Speaker, I look forward to passage of this bill and commend it to the House.
The question is that the motion be agreed to.
Mr. Speaker.
I call the Honourable Mary Ann Street.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I